So I thought it'd be a good idea to climb a 12,389 foot tall mountain. Well, actually, I technically only climbed 4,849 feet on my own because we took the Yoshida Trail. And the way that works is you take a bus about halfway up the mountain and then you walk the rest yourself. And even though this trail is recommended for children and the elderly, it was still pretty tough towards the end of that. This is one of the stations. There's 9 stations on the Yoshida Trail, and I think this was number 7. And I don't know how the hell these bulldozers get all the way up the mountain, but I guess they do, somehow. At this point, I thought things are gonna be great. Things are gonna be fine. We're just gonna zigzag up this mountain. It's gonna be easy peasy, no big deal. And then we come across this, which is straight up rock. And we had to use like our hands sometimes to help climb up this mountain. And my quads were screaming the entire time. You can see how slowly I'm going up this freaking cliff face. The scenery was really pretty though. I really like seeing this greenery on the side of the mountain. The higher up you get, the less greenery it is and it's more like just rocks. But this part was nice and pretty. This is another struggle bus area. It doesn't look that bad, but it was steep as hell and people all around would just slip and slide up this mountain. It was kind of scary sometimes. I didn't find out till later that you weren't supposed to hold on to these chains, but I totally kind of relied on these to help me get up these rocks. But there were some grace periods like over here where it wasn't straight up, it was just more like a gentle incline. No more greenery, now we're just in red rocks and black rocks and gray rocks. It's still pretty, I've never seen anything like it, but no more green. I think it was around here when the air started to get thinner. It wasn't too unbearable. My head did hurt a little bit at the summit, but not too bad. That guy was cool. He was from Lisbon. We were kind of walking past each other, like I passed him, then he passed me. He talked a lot. He was nice. These stairs were steep as hell. All the stairs were steep as hell. I mean, it was nicer than straight up rock, but the stairs were steep. It started to look like another planet. Like, if you took a picture of some of this, like a screenshot, I would believe you if you said it was like Mars or something. It was really bizarre. Even though I keep saying that this is really hard and it's really steep, I really did enjoy it. And I would do this again, like do a different trail that's longer. You have little huts that you can spend the night on the mountain. I think that'd be like really cool to do. There's some more rocks we had to climb up. And this is a shack that I think was abandoned. I'm not sure if it was an old station or what. I thought it was cool looking though. This is the final stretch. This is the last little bit before we got to the summit. It was really steep, but it was nice knowing we were almost there. And this is the summit, the very top. At the very top it's a big crater because Mt.Fuji is a dormant volcano. I was so happy I made it to the top. I had to put on my red puffer jacket though. It got pretty cold once I got up there. We were really lucky that it was this clear at the top because it was supposed to be foggy and rainy that day, but it actually cleared up really nice once we got to the top. And then the fog came in over here. Before going back down the mountain, we decided to walk all the way around the crater, just because we could. It was mostly foggy, but still cool to see. Now, while climbing up the mountain is like really hard, going down the mountain is kind of terrifying. You can see like there is no little rail like there was up the mountain. It's just cliff, and that even though it looks like solid ground, that's like, I don't know, 2 inches of like soot and sand. So your feet are sliding all the way down. Like people would fall down like on their butt down this mountain. It was kind of terrifying. I hugged the wall the whole way down because I was so scared I was gonna slip and fall. But it was the air got better. I could breathe better at some point. I think it was around here. I was like, oh wow, I'm actually getting close because I can breathe better. But yeah, going down the mountain was pretty scary. We were excited to see trees and green again. We've been looking at rocks for like 3 hours. It was nice to be able to actually see some trees. These were cool. These were growing sideways for some reason. I don't know why. I guess because the soil's so loose. I don't know. But yeah, highly recommend climbing Mount Fuji. It took us about 7.5 hours to climb up and down it. And this is the bus that's going to take us the rest of the way down the mountain. I definitely couldn't have gone all the way down the mountain without it. And this is my fancy certificate that I got from our QR code at the very top of the mountain. So it's just a downloaded link thing. And on the train ride home, there was this big praying mantis that was just chilling up there with us. I don't know where he was trying to go, but he went like a good 2 hours with us. So, final thoughts of climbing Mount Fuji. I'm really glad I did it. I mean, I said that already, but I get why people have that on their bucket list. It definitely like puts a perspective on things because like you're like, oh, hiking, mountain, whatever. No, it's hard. Like you are working hard the whole time. I mean, you could stop, right? Sit down, have a break. There's benches. So the stations, at each station there's a bench. You can buy water. You can go to the bathroom, obviously. But yeah, I was proud of myself for doing that because it was a 2 hour train ride. We stayed in a hotel. We climbed it first thing in the morning, all day. Went back, ate dinner, went to sleep, then took the train home. And yeah, it was a little like haunting, harrowing, one of those words, to once I realized how steep and big it was, but no, we didn't give up. We just climbed the mountain. I mean, you're already there, right? You gotta keep going. But yeah, I would do that again. I would do that again. Not right now. Not right now. But I would do that again if I ever were to come back to Japan. I would want to stay on the mountain, I think. I think that would be a really good experience to do like a longer trail. I think the other trails are more like in the greenery and the trees instead of just mostly rock. And we only really saw like one side. Like I know a lot of the cliffs were kind of the same view every time because we were just on one side of the mountain. But yeah, I would like to do a different trail, see another side of the mountain at some point. Or just, you know what? I would go hike some other mountain back in the States, probably, I don't know, in the Rockies. I don't know. If I can climb Mount Fuji, I think I could climb most other mountains that are not freezing cold. It was not, the weather was great, honestly, perfect. I was in sweats and like a windbreaker for most of it, and at the top is when I had to bust out the big coat. But weather, beautiful. Sometimes like a literal cloud would go through, and that was, it couldn't really see much in front of you. But other than that, perfect, beautiful. No rain. It was supposed to rain the whole time, um, but it didn't. Yeah, yeah, it was a really cool experience. I recommend it if you're gonna come to Japan. Just be prepared, pack snacks. Japan likes selling like not we bought this thing like it's like a jelly, like an energy jelly. Perfect. Woke me right up. Gave me the energy I needed to keep going. Your feet will hurt and get filled with rocks and soot and everything. Your quads will burn and all that stuff. But yeah, super great. Highly recommend. I don't know what else I'm gonna be doing because school's about to start in about 2 weeks. I'm kind of traveled out. I don't think I'm gonna do anything as crazy as Mount Fuji before school. I might go to the city maybe once or twice before school, but nothing super crazy like that. So I don't know what the next video will be. Maybe I'll show you class stuff, if that's not too boring. Well, I'll see you guys later. Bye.